In this video, I'm going to explain you that how you can buy a property in Dubai and how much money do you need to buy a property in Dubai and what is the process of buying a property in Dubai. That is what I'm going to cover here in this video. So a lot of people have this notion about investing in Dubai, that Dubai properties are very expensive. When I used to live in India, I always had this notion in my head that it's very difficult to buy a property in Dubai. It's a different country. How do I buy a property in Dubai? And it's obviously going to be very expensive. But I was all wrong. When first time I came to Dubai and I understood how simple it is to buy a property in Dubai and how easy it's to buy a property in Dubai, and you need really little money to start with. You don't need a lot of money. I used to live in Mumbai, India, and I own some properties there, and now when I compare, the property prices in Mumbai are really very expensive, number one. Number two, the rentals that I used to get from, which I still get from those properties, are quite low. It's roughly around 2% of the property value, which is very low. So if you're somebody who are really into real estate or wants to invest in real estate or have some money on you and you like to invest, Dubai real estate market is your game. You shouldn't be thinking that it's too expensive or it's a difficult process. It is very simple. All you need is a valid passport and the money to buy a property in Dubai. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the entire process of buying a property in Dubai. We're also going to talk about how much money do you actually need to buy a property, and also how you can do this whole process of finding the right property in Dubai, which is, of course, very important part of investment. If you don't find the right property, you just put money anywhere. But that is for any market in the world, and so is for the Dubai market. Well, before we begin, if you want to reach out to me for any sort of consultation or you need any information about real estate in Dubai or in general, here's my contact number. That's my WhatsApp number. You can drop me a message and we could have a discussion or we could have a chat. So how much money do you actually need? Well, you could actually start with 20% of property value, which is 20% as down payment and also 4% as Dubai Land Department registration fees, which means in total you need 24% of total value of the property to start your investment with. Now, what is the minimum that you can go in with? Well, the minimum price of a studio, that's the smallest apartment right now in Dubai, you could start with say about 150,000 dirhams, which is about 20% of the property value, and the property value would be around 650,000 or so. In dollars, it could be about 42,000 USD. So that is the minimum payment you need to book a property. However, it's not only about booking a property, right? That is your down payment. That means the property is getting registered in your name. But after that, you also need installments. You need money for installments. So if you're a salaried person or if you have a regular income, then it's really cool. The process is very simple. If not, you need to have the backup ready for rest of the payments. Generally, the payment plans work like this, say maybe 50-50, as in when I say 50-50 means you pay 50% during the construction and you pay 50% on handover, right? This is one type of payment plan. Another type is you pay about 60% during the construction, 40% is a post handover payment plan, which is one of my favorite payment plans in case I don't opt for mortgages. So my tenant could pay the rest of the 40%. All I got to worry about is the 60%. So if you are a first-time investor or you want to start with in Dubai, this is the payment plan. You should go with something like a post-handover payment plan, where you could actually, worry about only 60% of the total investment, right? All you got to arrange over 3 years of time is 60%. So 20% you're putting down now, rest of the 40%, you got to have plans. If it is coming from your salary, no problem, you could pay installments. Installments are usually every 3 months, 6 months, or even monthly. So that depends on the developer and that depends on the payment plan. So you're sorted if you have that arrangement of monthly payments or quarterly or 6 monthly payments, and you can continue the payment plan till you get the handover of the property. And once the property is handed over, the post handover payment plan starts, and you could rent out the property, and all rentals then can go into the installments to the developer. So technically you got to only have arrangement for 60% of the total payment. So if you are wanting to put in the investment, this is one of my favorite payment plans that you should opt for. So second is, do you actually need the full money? A lot of people ask these questions, as in, if the property value is 650,000, do you need 650,000? No, you don't need 650,000. You need 24% as down payment, but you also need the arrangement for rest of the 50 to 60%, right? The balance payment, correct? You need that. And if you don't have that, you shouldn't go and book a property, because I've said this in many of my videos. You end up selling the property at a lower price, because what the developer is going to do next is, if you aren't able to make payments, the developer is going to cancel your registration, cancel your property, and resell it, and all your money is gone. So if you don't have the arrangement of at least 50 to 60%, you shouldn't get into this. You shouldn't get into property buying. So, this is one of the very important part and factors of buying a property in Dubai that you should always remember. Next, now what is the process? So let's say you have 24% and you have the arrangement of rest of the 40% also in due course of time, say 3 years, 2 years during the construction. What do you do next? So next is, you gotta get yourself a right broker who is registered, a realtor in Dubai who has experience. He will suggest you a good project from a good developer, the leading developers like Shoba, Imar, Bingati, so Nakhil, a lot of developers, depending upon how your budget is, how your requirement is. Are you looking for a good quality apartment? Are you looking for great ROI? Are you looking for great property appreciation? Are you looking for great location? What exactly are you looking for? So depends on that. Your broker will suggest you the right property, right location, and the right developer. So this is first step of selecting a property. Second is, you move on to book your unit. Sometimes when the project is not launched, you actually put in an EOI, expression of interest. So along with the expression of interest, you put about 20,000, 50,000 dirhams just to get a unit. Once you get the unit, you secure a unit through your agent. After that, you got to make the down payment, which is 20% and also 4% of Dubai Land Department charges. Some of the developers will give you a split, as in they will give you time and split these down payments. So you could pay 10% now, and then you have 1 more month or 2 more months to pay another 10%. So, but at the end, the bottom line is you gotta have 24%, and you need to pay the 24% to get your property registered with Dubai Land Department. So once you are done with the down payment, next step is the SPA, sale and purchase agreement. The developer will send you a sale and purchase agreement. Nowadays it's all digital. You could get it on your email, sign it digitally, send it back. The developer will also sign, register your unit with DLD, and send a SPA copy back to you. So you have the SPA. Once the unit is registered, you will get a very important document, initial contract of sale, which is also called as OQUD. Don't forget to get this document from the developer whenever you're buying a property in Dubai. So now you understood how much money do you need to buy a property in Dubai. You also understood the process of buying a property in Dubai. Now, in case you want to get your money to Dubai, the right channels, you should go through right channels to bring your money in Dubai. You could buy properties through cash, you could buy properties through crypto, and you could, of course, buy properties through bank transfer and so on and so forth. So Dubai is very open to all types of payment processes and procedures, subject to that you are bringing in legit money. So with that being said, I hope you are somebody who is wanting to buy a property in Dubai, and if you aren't, please forward this video to somebody who is wanting to buy or invest in Dubai. And I'm here to help you. My team is here to help you. You can see the my team video right now on the screen. They're all here to help you. You can reach out to us on the WhatsApp number. Do subscribe to this channel. Do like and share this video, just to bring you more and more information and more videos. Thank you so much for watching today. You have a great one.